is
Good
receiving.
evening, can we stand for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we have roll call, please? Here.
Councilwoman Campbell.
Present.
Councilman Toupari.
Here.
Councilman Ruthven.
Here.
All present.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I make a motion that we open the public meeting for the 2023 budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, so we are still on our 2023 budget. Does anyone have, Yulia, do you have anything else that we need to present on it? I don't-
To say what the changes from the preliminary to the...
I think you should. Yeah. This is a continuation of the public hearing, which we opened on the meeting of November 1st. And our accountant's going to advise what changes have been made since the preliminary budget.
I mean, the overall appropriations for the general fund changed by almost $6,000 for recreation department. Other than that, the budget is as the preliminary budget.
Okay.
There are no other elected officials. I don't know if that's
What is it?
the salaries and real policy that we publish.
Oh, that's a good point. So we've already, you want to,
It didn't have an effect on the overall budget.
right, but the town clerk has to publish all the salaries of the town officers, the supervisor, and the members of the town board.
Well, those did not change.
Okay.
From the preliminary budget. from the
But
published.
I understand that there might be a motion made tonight that would change one of those figures.
It's going to be a stipend for a different position,
Okay.
not on the salary of that position.
Lana, when you publish the salaries, you just publish the salary without stipends for different functions?
Right,
Okay.
without stipend.
Then we're good.
Yes. All right, I'd like to, if I can have the floor, I'd like to make a motion to increase the salary of the supervisor on a stipend for running the recreation department for 2023 for $6,000. I make this motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Campbell.
Aye.
Councilman Toupari.
Aye.
Councilman Ruthven.
Yes.
Supervisor McGlasson.
No, I've told you, I don't want, that's why I did this, that we didn't.
Motion carried.
You know, you're taking on a huge responsibility and saving the taxpayers with fringe benefits probably close to $100,000. It's a fair amount of extra time you're going to have to put into it.
Anything else with the budget?
No, I think that would be it.
Okay.
You can be mad at us all you
Any
want.
public comment?
Sue would like to come.
Sorry, I'm a pain. Sue Kotzer. These franchise fees for Verizon, Comcast, and Cablevision, that's $261,000, is that correct?
Yes.
So where does that money go? What is that money used for? Because that's like revenue that the town does not need to do anything to get except for having the towers in place. So where does that money get dispersed? Absorbed.
It's unrestricted. It doesn't have.
So it can go toward the fireworks, it can go toward other things,
Any townwide.
any townwide function. Okay, so do we have a record of what it has gone to in the past? Is there
Well, that's a good question. Yulia, it doesn't get earmarked specifically.
It's not earmarked for anything. It's.
right, but as it
sort
gets
of-
used, is it on the line that 20,000 was used for?
No, just like tax money comes in a general pool.
Okay.
The same thing with franchise fees and other general revenues that are not
Okay.
specific for any kind of purpose. Just whatever, the appropriations, the town appropriations are is what it's used for. It's used to balance the budget.
Used to balance the budget. Okay, so, all right.
Reduces the tax levy by.
Ah, yeah. as it goes up.
Yeah, you ready?
Okay. Do we want to adopt it then?
We gotta close it?
Yeah, I make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to pass a resolution to adopt the budget for the 2020, a resolution to adopt the 2023 budget. And this will be resolution number,
I don't have that yet.
okay. Whereas on November 1st, 2022 and November 15th, 2022, the Town Board of the Town of Kent duly held a public hearing on the preliminary budget for the fiscal year 2023. And whereas the Town Board heard all persons desiring to be heard in the matter, and the matter of the budget for the town for said fiscal year was fully discussed and considered by the Town Board. Now therefore be it resolved that the final budget as incorporated herein and made part hereof is hereby adopted as the annual budget of the Town of Kent for the fiscal year beginning the first day of January 2023, and that such budget as so adopted be entered in detail in the minutes of the Town Board. And it is further resolved that the Town Clerk of the Town of Kent, Yolanda D. Capelli, shall prepare and certify in duplicate copies of said annual budget as adopted by this Town Board, and deliver one copy hereof to the Town Supervisor, Jamie McGlasson, to be presented by her to the Putnam County Board of Legislators. I make this motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion to add 2 items to the agenda for highway.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I invite our highway superintendent, Richard Othmer, up here. For those that don't know, I think there's one person that doesn't. Our highway superintendent had a little bit of a medical issue in which he had to have quadruple bypass surgery in Germany. So it was obviously very successful, and he's back, and he is on the mend, and we couldn't be happier.
It was payback for a life of debauchery.
But he looks great. How long ago was it? A couple weeks ago, right? 3?
October 9th. So here I am. I'll be
Bionic
out
man.
tonight.
You should play that number.
October 10th.
10-9, 109.
So anyway, 2 things for the highway department. The first thing is the adoption of East Road and Clarkson Court. Those are 2 roads that are town roads that were never included in the CHIPS inventory. And they're small roads, but it will probably mean a couple $1,000s for Kent for the CHIPS awards every year. They just haven't been in our inventory. They're little spurs. So I asked permission to have those roads adopted. And then my other item is,
Should we do that first?
Yeah.
Let's do one
Oh, do
first,
one
one
at a
at a time.
What was the first one that you, I know Clarkson Court, what was the first?
East
one?
Road and Clarkston Court.
It's updating the local highway inventory,
You should have it in
that
here.
resolution.
Oh, we have it?
Yes.
Thought we were making it up as we go.
No.
Okay, I make a motion to pass a resolution updating the local highway inventory, whereas the town highway superintendent, Richard Othmer, has recommended the inclusion of certain roads on the local highway inventory prepared by the New York State Department of Transportation, and whereas the highway superintendent has recommended the inclusion of the following roads in the local highway inventory for which the town of Kent will take legal and maintenance responsibility. East Road from Park Road to Middle Court at 18-foot width by 0.02 miles, and Clarkson Court from Clarkson Road to dead end at 18-foot width by 0.04 miles. And whereas the town board of the town of Kent wishes to accept the recommendations regarding revisions to the local highway inventory made by Mr. Othmer and include to Clarkson Court and East Road to said inventory as set forth here and above. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Kent hereby authorizes the addition of Clarkson Court and East Road to the local highway inventory. Make this motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item number 2 is permission for town clerk Lana Capelli to go out to the newspaper for my annual bids that run from January 1st to December 31st for blacktop, gravel, rentals, so on and so forth. And then we plan on Lana putting it in November 21st,
That's when it will go, hit the paper, and we're gonna open them on December
9th,
Yes,
at 12 noon in the town hall.
yes.
So we have that all squared away, so I need permission to go out for bid.
One dumb question, maybe not dumb, but, blacktop costs were through the roof this year. Do you anticipate any lower costs going into 2023?
That's really Washington DC. In the news tonight, they were saying it's double to fill your oil tank this year from what it was last year at this time. So I saw an increase of the blacktop of, I think, 37% from last year this year. So basically, we were only doing 2/3 of the road this year of what we did the previous year.
So if we go out to bid for items such as blacktop right now, and for some strange reason, they drop by 37% by summer of next year, can we cancel that bid and go out to bid again? and
It's
get a
tied
better
to an
price?
index.
Oh, it slides.
It's tied
a
to an
sliding-
index
it's
with
a
the fuel
sliding-
prices.
Okay, that's
So-
good. You're not locked into a set price.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep, they'll bid on the price now, and then it just goes, it flows up and down. And I just have a quick question. I see you're going into an IMA with the county.
Yes.
Now, I have an IMA with the county highway department, with the Kent Highway Department. Does that supersede this? Or,
This is just for the ARPA funding.
Yeah, it's just the-
This is
it's
only for
not-
ARPA.
okay, so I'll still follow my IMA.
Yeah, this isn't anything
completely
except for
separate.
getting, for the
Okay.
ARPA money that we're getting
And
from the county.
that's it, and if I can give a little hit for the Kent Historical Society, Sunday in here at 3 o'clock, they have a baseball historian coming to talk about, am I taking your, you were
No,
going to
you
announce
can say it,
it?
that's fine. I just,
It's about baseball in the Hudson Valley, and there used to be a lot of good minor league teams around here, and a lot of my father's friends and stuff, when I was a kid, after World War II, they played on them, but it's at 3 o'clock in the town hall. So just giving a hit for the Historical Society.
thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night, Richie. Thank you.
Supposed to be in bed by now.
Aren't we all?
So, are we voting on
Yeah.
letting him go out to bid?
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Somebody else want to do it? You
Yeah,
want
I'll
me to
do it. Make a motion to adopt a resolution authorizing the town clerk to advertise for 2023 annual bids for highway services and materials. Whereas the town of Kent Highway Superintendent wishes to advertise for annual bids for services and materials regularly used by the Highway Department, and whereas the town board of the town of Kent wishes to authorize its town clerk, Yolanda D. Capelli, to advertise for bids for highway services and materials. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Kent hereby authorizes its town clerk, Yolanda D. Capelli, to advertise for annual bids for highway services and materials. I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Our next item on the agenda is our intermunicipal agreement with Putnam County. This is the agreement that they sent us in order to disperse to us the ARPA funding that they were giving us. They're giving us a total of, does it say it here?
$1,320, no, $1,320,801.
Yes.
Does that sound right?
Yep, it is. So this is just the agreement that we have to pass in order for them to give us the money. So, any questions from the board? Public comment, no? Okay, I would ask that we vote on this tonight so I can send it back over
Okay.
and get the money.
All right. Ann, you want to read one?
Sure. I make a motion to adopt a resolution approving an intermunicipal agreement for the American Rescue Plan Act ARPA funds. Whereas the American Rescue Plan Act of 2022, ARPA, provides fiscal recovery funds to county governments as well as other forms of government pursuant to U.S. Department of Treasury compliance and reporting guidance for the purpose of alleviating the fiscal stress caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. And whereas the County of Putnam has been allocated $19.1 million through ARPA, and the county wishes to partner with the Town of Kent to complete certain vital projects with the Town of Kent's allocated share of the ARPA funding, and whereas the Town of Kent is being allocated 13% of the total county funds, or $1,320,801 to be used on certain specific projects, and whereas the Town of Kent wishes to enter into an intermunicipal agreement with the County of Putnam for receipt and use of the funds, as further detailed in the agreement attached hereto, and hereby made a part hereof, now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Kent hereby approves the attached intermunicipal agreement, and be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Kent authorizes the Town Supervisor to execute the attached agreement and any documents necessary to give effect to this resolution. I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Our next item on the agenda is we are in need of an assessment review member, so we need to give our town clerk, we need to authorize her to go out and advertise for that person.
Good.
Yeah?
I make a motion to pass a resolution authorizing the town clerk to advertise for Board of Assessment Review applicants. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Kent is seeking to fill a vacancy on the Board of Assessment Review, and whereas the Town Board of the Town of Kent wishes to advertise for applicants for Board of Assessment Review member, and now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Kent hereby authorizes its town clerk, Yolanda D. Capelli, to advertise for applicants to the Town of Kent Board of Assessment Review. I make this motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, our next item on the agenda is the bids for Lake Carmel Walking Path and the Ryan's Field entrance. I apologize, there was no backup because Insight, we opened up the bids late last week and Insight got this out to us yesterday, so we just got it, their recommendation. So for the Lake Carmel Walking Path, they are suggesting that we go with Done Right Excavating of Carmel. They had the lowest complete bid based on the submitted bid documents for a total of $66,420 for the base.
What was it, 66?
$66,420 for the base bid, and a pricing of $20 per cubic yard of clean fill and $30 per cubic yard of topsoil. So I'll just, after reviewing the bid package and contacting the contractor, the references, we find their bid package to be acceptable and recommend they be awarded the contract. They will be doing the installation of new item for walkway, drainage pipe extension, and installation of end sections with riprap pads, site grading, and installation of 2 new benches. So and this company can also finish this project right now. So we can have the walking path completed before winter. So,
Winter's here.
the official start of winter. Is that better?
Yeah, I think they'll get started on it. I wouldn't, it's gonna be a bigger project than that, but, it's good that I hope by spring it can be completed.
Yes, but they're gonna
opened
start
up.
it immediately.
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's what my suggestion. Any other comments?
You gotta address the Ryan,
I was gonna do one at a time.
okay.
Someone wanna, all right, I'll just do it.
Well, they're connected here on this
Oh.
one.
Well, you could, if you just
Can I
want to do
just-
it by motion and
Can
then,
I'll just read it and do that, okay?
Okay,
and
I
then
make a motion that
deal
we
with that tomorrow.
award the Done Right Excavating of Carmel the bid for the Lake Carmel Walking Path for an amount not to exceed $66,420 for the base bid and $20 per cubic yard for clean fill and $30 per cubic yard for topsoil. I make that motion.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Our next item is the Ryan's Park driveway. So Insight is recommending the lowest bid submitted by CSS Inc. with a total of $123,845.76 for the base bid and a total of $58,320 for the alternate bid. They've contacted all their references, and that's who they recommend. My one issue with awarding this bid tonight is that they cannot do this project until the spring. And my concern is that if prices go down, that this bid is going to, I mean, it already is very high. So I would like to reject all the bids and wait until spring and go out to rebid in the springtime, since they can't start the project now. Anyway,
I'm fine with that.
Me too.
one more time, Anna.
Do we need a formal motion to reject it, Nancy? Or
Yeah.
Do you want to make a
I
motion?
make a motion to reject the bids for the Edward Ryan Memorial Park driveway improvements.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Our last item is from our municipal repairs manager, Nick Mancuso, who needs to purchase an inspection machine. We had our town attorney look at all of the information because we needed to be compliant. We need to get this machine in order to be compliant, so it is something that we have to purchase right now. Do you have anything on this? Because
We have a resolution.
is the amount in there?
Yes.
Okay, all right, any comments, or what's this, I just don't have the amount in front of me.
$2,324.
Okay. Any comment?
Well, we did find out that it's a sole source, based on what New York State DEC had arranged when this legislation was approved. So I think there was no question of going for other quotes. I don't think any other companies actually make this equipment available in the state.
And not only that, it's mandated by the state, so it's really nothing we can do about it. It has to be done, so otherwise we won't be compliant.
Good.
Any other? Call a comment? All right, you want to read it?
Sure. I make a motion to adopt a resolution accepting a quote for the inspection equipment for municipal repairs for the town of Kent. Whereas the town of Kent Municipal Repairs Department is a New York State inspection facility, and whereas the New York State has mandated that all New York State inspection facilities have a new computerized vehicle inspection system, CVIS, which costs $2,324 prior to 2023. And whereas on November 4th, 2022, Nick Mancuso of the town's Municipal Repairs Department requested authorization to purchase the CVIS to ensure that it will be received prior to 2023. And whereas the town board of the town of Kent authorized Mr. Mancuso to purchase the new CVIS as required by New York State for a cost not to exceed $2,324 from the sole source provider to ensure its delivery in compliance with the above referenced mandate. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Kent hereby approves the purchase of the CVIS at a cost not to exceed $2,324 from the sole source provider, and it is further resolved that the town board of the town of Kent hereby authorizes and directs the supervisor to execute any and all documents necessary to give effect to this resolution. And it is further resolved that the town board of the town of Kent hereby approves and ratifies all acts heretofore taken by the town board, town supervisor, and any other town officials in connection with the subject purchase. I hereby make that resolution.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. You're up.
Vouchers? I'll just make one comment. And did you look at the intermunicipal agreement with the county on page 3, number 1? Are they all the things? I feel like there's one missing out of there, but maybe it was one we planned on doing with town ARPA funds.
Which page, Chris?
Page 3, number 1, it lists all the things that we had requested from the county that they funded.
So, library, food security, Ryan's Park, and the old town hall, and the dam engineering. What I don't recall, Jamie, is if there was anything else that went in on the document that you sent in based on all of the proposals we had.
That was all that we had submitted.
was it?
This is what we had submitted from the county.
Okay, so that's what equals the 1,300. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yep, it's good to double check.
I asked, the following vouchers from November 15th, 2022 were over the threshold. Barton and LaJudas, DPC, $21,597.44 for the Lake Louise culvert replacement. Beacon Recycling, $3,538.95 for Lake Carmel Recycling. Semco Water, $4,779.82 for Water District Number 1. City Carding, $6,153.93 for Lake Carmel Garbage, and $9,879.70 for Lake Carmel Garbage, and $7,136.40 for Lake Carmel Garbage. CN Wood, $6,432.50 for dump truck rental. Home Depot, $2,217.40 for leaf bags. Insight Engineering, $4,400 for the Lake Carmel Dam. Magna 5 MS, $4,674.45 for network services. Metal building restoration, $204,500 for requisition number 9 of Highway Garage. New York State Department of Civil Service, $226,386.21 for health insurance for November. Purchase power, $3,934.78 for postage. Ring Square, $3,462.95 for telephone service. Town of Kent municipal repairs, $3,757.14 for chargebacks for sanitation, and $28,337.38 for chargebacks for highway. I ask the board to approve these vouchers as read.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, some announcements. Well, Richie already announced it, he kind of took my thunder, but I'll still announce it again. On Sunday, November 20th at 3 p.m., here they will have the highlights of early baseball in Putnam County. The Kent Historical Society will host highlights of early baseball in Putnam County with Bob Mayer. Some Kent rec stuff. We are starting in January a volleyball clinics for 2023. There'll be a 6-week clinic for grades 2 through 5 and grades 6 through 8. You can find it online at the Town of Kent website and click recreation to sign up for that. Basketball registration is also now open. We have programs for ages 2 to all the way up. We have open gyms all the way up to 18 plus. So we have something for every age in basketball starting in January. Again, you can go onto the Kent Town website and register for any of these. And then we have a new program that we're offering. It is a 3-week course in December, Crafty Kids Arts and Crafts. There'll be 3 Monday night arts and crafts sessions, December 5th, 12th, and 19th, for different ages 5 to 7, and then ages 8 to 12. So you come in, you do a craft every week, and you take it home. You can register online, or you can call the rec department at 845-531-2100. That's all I have, I think.
Little Lake Carmel news. Bobby, when the boat's got to be out by, or is it already past the date?
Already passed it.
Past the date. So everybody's got to get their boats off of Lake Carmel. Lake Carmel Park Advisory Board meeting was last night. One thing they asked me to bring up and mention is with the walking path, people are getting frustrated. I can understand that. Just so you know that we are moving. Richie Othman, our highway superintendent, reached out to the DOT. I don't know if he was the engineer or what he was.
Did you say walking path? You mean the broken bridge?
The broken bridge on the walking
Okay.
path, the walking path bridge that's out from the hurricane. And asked him to stop over and look at the bridge to see if the bridge, if abutments that they buy, precast ones, could be suitable for that bridge, which would alleviate us having to pour and design them if we can buy prefabricated ones. So we are gonna move forward with that rather quickly at this point. We have gotten all the preliminary engineering reports back in from the first engineer company, and now we'll engineer the construction of that bridge and hopefully be able to start for, into the spring, I imagine. Gotta get some permits lined up for it. That's it for Lake Carmel.
Anyone else have any?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all the candidates who ran. It's a thankless position, but we do good up here. And I know that with the budget process, it's like going to the dentist without Novocaine to pull out a bad tooth. But I want to especially thank all the candidates again who ran. Congratulations to Sean Boyd. I hope you know what you're getting into. You'll be sitting up here with us shortly. Saturday, the Carmel High School football team is continuing to hopefully defend their state championship at 3 o'clock at Middletown's Fowler Field versus Newburgh Free Academy. And also, I want to wish happy Thanksgiving to all the Kent residents and their families. Have a healthy, happy, and safe Thanksgiving, and don't eat too much turkey.
I have a couple for the library. Again, I encourage everyone to check their website. Many wonderful programs are listed there. Tomorrow night, they will have another one of the ARPA-funded cybersecurity programs for middle and high schoolers at 6 p.m. at the library. And on Monday, you can get in your holiday and Thanksgiving mood by making some candles. They have a program for middle and high schoolers on Monday the 21st at 4:30, and then for adults at 6 p.m. So come on out and make a candle. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
You too.
Any public comment? Everyone's good? All right, well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I make a motion that we go into executive session for, what do we have?
I don't know, that's what you did to me last time.
payback, right?
Yep,
We have some litigation we have
we have
to discuss.
litigation, yes.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Have a nice night, everyone.